In question 24, we're looking at composite functions. So we've got f of x and g of x, and we have to describe f of g of x and g of f of x as transformations of y equals f of x, which is this one. So the first step really, I think, is just to come up with an equation for each of these, and then you can compare it to this one and describe that as a transformation. So f of g of x, just simplify the inner brackets first. This is the same thing as f of, well, what is g of x? X plus 3. And that tells you that you need to use the f formula, f of x, but instead of taking 2 to the power of x like they did here, we need 2 to the power of what's in the brackets, which is x plus 3. This one will be g of, now instead of writing f of x, write down what f of x equals. So this first step here, if you're not sure how to get started with these questions, is really just change the innermost part and write it a different way using the definitions that you're given, and then tidy up the second bit. So if g of x is x plus 3, then g of 2 to the power of x will just be 2 to the power of x plus 3. So this first one, if we compare it to f of x, it's the same except it's got this plus 3 up here. So x has been replaced with x plus 3. And that is going to shift this curve to the left 3 units. So I describe this one as going left 3 units. This one, the plus 3 is tacked onto the end almost like an afterthought. So it's not closely bound to the x at all. Don't forget that this is the same thing as subtracting 3 from both sides and saying it's like f of x minus 3 equals 2x, isn't it? And so here the y value, or f of x, has been replaced with something minus 3, and that actually moves it up 3 units. Or you might like to just remember it's the same, but that plus 3 on the end shifts it up 3. So I write left 3 units, up 3 units.